my book and wax friends. I'm Amber. Welcome to my channel and to a What's in the Book bag, which is my monthly library book haul that I have to share with you guys. So I do, yes, I do. When I have a lot of books, I carry it in the Bath and Body Works candle bag that I got a few years ago because it works perfectly when I have a ton of books. So let's get into it. I'm excited about these. Some I've had on hold for a while, so I'm not remembering. They finally came in. So we're going to look at the synopsises together. So this first one that I got was actually for middle grade March. And now that's over, but I heard it's a really good series, and so maybe I'll get to it. We'll see. Stay tuned for my TBR jar pick, of course. And that is Amari and the Knight Brothers. And this is by B.B. Alston. And the synopsis is Amari Peters has never stopped believing her missing brother Quentin is alive, not even when the police told her otherwise, or when she got in trouble for standing up to bullies who said he was gone for good. So when she finds a ticking briefcase in his closet containing a nomination for a summer tryout at the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs, she's certain the secretive organization holds the key to locating Quentin. If only she can wrap her head around the idea of magicians, fairies, aliens, and other supernatural creatures all being real. Now she must compete for a spot against kids who've known about magic their whole lives. No matter how hard she tries, Amari can't seem to escape their intense scrutiny and doubt, especially once her own supernaturally enhanced talent is deemed illegal. With an evil magician threatening the supernatural world and her classmates thinking she's an enemy, Amari has never felt more alone. But if she doesn't stick it out and pass the tryout, she may never find out what happened to Quentin. So that sounds good. So Trials, I am a fan of the whole Trials aspect, plus it's magical. So yeah. It seems like it will be a start to a fun series for sure. I'm not sure how many books are out or how many are going to be in the whole series, but I'm looking forward to jumping into a new middle grade fantasy world. Okay, the next one I have is called Weather Girl, and this is by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I got this because, April showers bring May flowers. It seemed like it would be a cute pick for this spring weather. So this says a TV meteorologist and sports reporter scheme to reunite their divorced bosses with unforecasted results in this electrifying romance. Ari Abrams has always been fascinated by the weather, and she loves almost everything about her job as a TV meteorologist. Her boss, legendary Seattle weatherwoman Torrance Hale, sorry, how could she not be a meteorologist with a name like that? Is too distracted by her tempestuous relationship with her ex-husband, the station news director, to give Ari the mentorship she wants. Ari, who runs on sunshine and optimism, is at her wit's end. The only person who seems to understand how she feels is sweet but reserved sports reporter Russell Berenger. In the aftermath of a disastrous holiday party, Ari and Russell decide to team up to solve their boss's relationship issues. Between secret gifts and double dates, they start nudging their bosses back together. But their well-meaning meddling backfires when the real chemistry builds between Ari and Russell. Working closely with Russell means allowing him to get to know parts of her that Ari keeps hidden from everyone. Will he be able to embrace her dark clouds as well as her clear skies? So that seems like it's cute. And like I said, I really love the cover on that one. Okay, I've had this in a previous library haul around last year, I think, but I never actually got to it. And so I'm trying it again now that we're in spring and this feels springish to me. It is A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden, and it is the first book in the Sacred Stones series. And this one says it has exclusive bonus material, so that's cool. The first in the epic fantasy romance trilogy, The Sacred Stones. Captured by the King of Darkness, she was forced to find the light within. Arwen Valendale never expected to be the brave one, offering her life to save her brothers. Now she's been taken prisoner by the most dangerous kingdom on the continent and made to use her rare magical abilities to heal the soldiers of the vicious Onyx King. Arwen knows better than to face the ancient wicked woods that surround the castle on her own, which means working with a fellow prisoner might be her only path to freedom. Unfortunately, he's as infuriating as he is cunning, and he seems to take twisted pleasure in playing on Arwen's deepest fears. But here in the Onyx Kingdom, trust is a luxury she can't afford. To make it out of enemy territory, she'll have to navigate backstabbing royals, dark magic, and deadly beasts. But untold power lies inside Arwen, dormant and waiting for a spark. If she can harness it, she just might be able to escape with her life and hopefully her heart. So, sounds good. Hopefully I'll get to it this time. All right, next book is one that is on my 25 books that I want to read in 2025. And I will link that video at the end. If I remember, I will. So you can check it out. All the goodies that are on, the 25 books that are on that. So it is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. She's also the one that wrote Mr. Norrell, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and also the Woods at Winter. I don't know. I just read it in like January. What was it called? The Woods. It's a little short story. Anyway, I'll put it down here for you. The Woods at Midwinter. I think that, or Midwinter Woods. I don't know. It'll be down here for you. Okay, so I don't know. This one I've heard is when you want to kind of go into blind. So I'm not even going to read the synopsis, really. All I know, there is this like magical house that has like infinite rooms, I guess, or something. And it's like a whimsical, magical type of story. And there's a mystery element to it, I guess, something like that. Like I said, I want to go into blind because that's how almost everyone recommends it, is to do that. So that's what I'm doing. So Piranesi, hopefully I will get to it in April. The next one I have is also one of the ones that is on my 25 books in 2025. And it is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This came out quite a while ago. She is the author of the Daughter in Smoke and Bone series. I don't remember even if that has its own name. I read that one way back in the early 2000s when it came out. And I liked it. Her writing is really good. But I didn't like it enough to continue that series. But I've heard that her Strange the Dreamer series, duology, is even better. And so I wanted to give it a try. So let me read the synopsis of this one. The dream chooses the dreamer, not the other way around. And Laszlo Strange, orphan and junior librarian, has always feared that his dream chose poorly. Since he was 5 years old, he's been obsessed with the mystical lost city of Weep. But it would take someone bolder than he to cross half the world to search for it. Then a stunning opportunity presents itself in the person of a hero called the Godslayer. and a band of legendary warriors, and he has to seize his chance or lose his dream forever. What happened in Weep 200 years ago to cut it off from the rest of the world? What exactly did the God Slayer slay that went by the name of God? And what is the mysterious problem he now seeks help in solving? The answers await in Weep, but so do more mysteries, including the blue-skinned goddess who appears in Laszlo's dreams. How did he dream her before he knew she existed? And if all the gods are dead, why does she seem so real? So, I think it'll be good. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful it's good. Alrighty. The next one is a book by India Holton, who wrote the Ornithologist Field Guide to Romance or Love. I get it mixed up with the second book that comes out this month. I loved that book. That was one of my favorites last year when I read it in 2024. So this is India Holton, one of her other series, and it is the first book in the series. It's called The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, and I am excited about this. I love historical romance, especially when it's a little quirky and fun. So this is a prim and proper lady thief must save her aunt from a crazed pirate and his dangerously charming henchmen in this fantastical historical romance. Cecilia Bassingthwaite, yes, is the ideal Victorian lady. She's also a thief. Like the other members of the Wisteria Society crime sorority, she flies around England drinking tea, blackmailing friends, and acquiring treasure by interesting means. Sure, she has a dark and traumatic past and an overbearing aunt, but all things considered, it's a pleasant existence until the men show up. Ned Lightbourne is a sometime assassin who is smitten with Cecilia from the moment they meet. Unfortunately, that happens to be while he's under direct orders to kill her. His employer, Captain Morvath, who possesses a Gothic abbey bristling with cannons and an unbridled hate for the world, intends to rid England of all its presumptuous women, starting with the Wisteria Society. Ned has plans of his own, but both men have made one grave mistake: never underestimate a woman. When Morvath imperils the Wisteria Society, Cecilia is forced to team up with her handsome would-be assassin to save the women who raised her, hopefully proving once and for all that she's as much of a scoundrel as the rest of them. So that sounds very fun. I look forward to that one. Okay, then I have The Happy Life of Isadora Bentley. This is by Courtney Walsh. And let's see what this is. I think this is women's lit with a side of romance. But Courtney Walsh does write closed door romance, and that's what I'm more of a fan of. So I'm excited to jump into this one. This is the synopsis is Isadora Bentley follows the rules. Isadora Bentley likes things just so. Isadora Bentley believes that happiness is something that flat out doesn't exist in her life and never will. As a university researcher, Isadora keeps to herself as much as possible. She avoids the students she's supposed to befriend and mentor. She stays away from her neighbors and lives her own quiet, organized life in her own quiet, organized apartment. And she will never get involved in a romantic relationship again, especially with another academic. It will be just Isadora and her research forever. But on her 30th birthday, Isadora does something completely out of character. The young woman, who never does anything on a whim, makes an impulsive purchase of a magazine featuring a silly article detailing 31 ways to be happy. which includes everything from smiling at strangers to exercise for endorphins to giving in to your chocolate cravings. Isadora decides to create her own secret project, proving the writer of the ridiculous piece wrong. As Isadora gets deeper into her research and meets a handsome professor along the way, she's stunned to discover that maybe, just maybe, she's proving herself wrong. Perhaps there's actually something to this happiness concept, and possibly there's something to be said for loosening up and letting life take you somewhere happy. So that seems like it'll be very cute. Okay, and then last is another book that's on my 25 books in 2025. And it is an Ella Montgomery book that I actually have never read and didn't know about until this past year when I heard a couple other people talking about it. And that is The Blue Castle by L.M. Montgomery, which I just said a second ago. I am a huge fan and have been since I was a kid of Montgomery's Anne of Green Gables series. That's what she is most known for. And I have enjoyed some of her other series that I've read as well, but Anne holds a special place in my heart. And I am doing a reread of the books over the last couple years. I read the first one like 2 or so years ago, and then spoiler for my wrap up for March, but I did read Anne of Avonlea, and I won't say more than that except that I adored it again. So anyway, so this is one I had never heard of, and then I was like, I want to read this. I've never heard of it. So this says, when dreams come true. All her life, Valencia Sterling lived on a quiet little street in an ugly little house and never dared to contradict her domineering mother and her unforgiving aunt. Then she gets a letter and decides that very day things needed to change. For the first time in her life, she does exactly what she wants to and says exactly what she feels. At first, her family thinks she's gone around the bend. But soon, Valancy discovers more surprises and adventure than she ever thought possible. She also finds her one true love and the real-life version of the Blue Castle that she was sure only existed in her dreams. So, yeah, it seems like it'll be good. I've heard really good things about it. So, here's hoping. That is it, you guys. Those are the books that I did get from the library this month. And yeah, stay tuned, as I said earlier, for my TBR video so I can officially pick some of these. And then I'll probably, if I get a chance to, mood read the others. So we'll see. Let me know down below what you plan on reading this month. Are you a mood reader? Are you one that likes to have an official TBR? Let me know all those things down below. Have you read any of these books and what do you think of them? I love talking with you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet for more book and home fragrance content. And until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.